Hello, is this all working? Okay. I can barely hear myself. So we're here today, make an exciting announcement. We are talking about funding for the businesses along the Purple Line. You know, a little over a year ago, we were remembering November 2nd, 2020, standing in Tacoma Park in really cold weather. I don't know what people are complaining about today, but in really cold weather, and talking about asking the state to support the businesses in Montgomery County and Prince George's County. And I want to thank the delegation, first of all, for your hard work and support in getting this done. It was absolutely critical that you were able to play the role you were able to play in the Assembly, that you got support from the Montgomery County and Prince George's County's delegations, and that you were able to move some money forward. And then there was the governor. And so there's a bunch of money, $231,000 here, and another $2 million that the governor vetoed that would have come to us in FY23 and 24. And so one of the things we're hoping is that when the legislature comes back in session to deal with redistricting and overriding vetoes, that this is one of the bills that the state legislature overrides right away. Purple Line is a 16.2-mile light rail line, extends Bethesda to New Carrollton, and this money is going to help these businesses see it through. You can already see on this street what the effect is. It's down to one way, the street parking is gone, it's more difficult than ever to access the businesses. This is going to continue for a while, and it's going to affect other places in Montgomery County and Prince George's County, and we need to be sure we get the resources to help these businesses survive. Montgomery County has a little bit of experience with this. We stepped in Silver Spring, and we stepped in Wheaton, where redevelopment projects were impacting on our small businesses, and we put some money up. It's really important that the state follow through on this and this get overridden. I'm very much looking forward to a successful legislative session, and I'm looking forward to the businesses here getting the relief they need. This is a great event. It's still, and it's very loud here. So I'll turn this over to Evan, and Evan, thank you very much for putting this together. This is a big deal. Thank you.
Sure. Thank you. Well, thank you very much. You can give the county executive applause. Well, thank you very much, Mr. County Executive. I am really excited to be here because finally, small businesses are going to be getting the help that they need here along the Purple Line corridor. On Saturday, we celebrated Small Business Saturday, but the reality is we have to celebrate small businesses every single day. And for those of us who live, work, and commute along the Purple Line, we've seen what the impact has meant. We've seen the lack of parking. We've seen the road work that's been done. And because of COVID and some of the other economic situations, we've seen businesses close. So this relief is long overdue, and I'm glad that we've all been able to get it back on track. And I especially want to thank Delegate Janelle Wilkins for her Herculean efforts and the entire District 20 team for getting this back on track. And hopefully we'll be working with LEDC and other partners like WorkSource to get this more than $225,000, $100,000 off the ground and out the doors to help all of our small businesses. So this is a great team, District 20, the County Executive, the County Council, and I appreciate all the County Council colleagues of mine for co-sponsoring this effort, which will be officially introduced at the Council tomorrow. And leading that from the dais, I'll now introduce Council President Tom Hucker.
Thank you so much, Councilmember Glass. Thank you, County Executive. My name is Tom Hucker. I'm the President of the County Council and the Chair of our Transportation and Environment Committee. Most importantly, I'm the local council member for here at Silver Spring. It's great to be here with the County Executive and Councilmember Glass and our terrific D20 team. Delegate Wilkins, Delegate Charkoudian, and Delegate Moon have all been terrific advocates for the Purple Line and for the small businesses that will benefit in the future and are harmed by the Purple Line right now. And with Mayor Stewart as well, and Senator Smith has been a great advocate for this fight as well. We've been a united team to protect our small businesses. The Purple Line is a big deal, and the County Executive mentioned a cold day a year ago. I remember standing with Governor Glendening at Tacoma Langley in 1998 and telling people the Purple Line is coming and it's just a few years away. That hasn't really happened. But we are finally very close to completion, literally now a few years away, 20 years after this project started. It's central to meeting our economic development goals, our climate goals, and our racial equity goals. But while we all look forward to all the benefits the Purple Line will bring, we live in the present, and so many of our small businesses have been harmed in real time, year after year, by the disruption from this construction. I'm glad that the new contractor is finally on board, but they've been being harmed for years, and the disruption has been exacerbated by the delays we've seen in MTA's management of this whole project. We've lost some businesses that have moved away. We've lost some businesses that have closed. They've all been harmed financially by customers not wanting to navigate an extended construction site to find their front door. Many of us have fought for years on behalf of the communities and the small businesses all along this corridor, and Prince George's as well. They're disproportionately black-owned, brown-owned, immigrant-owned, women-owned. These are the backbone of our economy, and we cannot let them slide. We cannot let them go away while we bring a big economic development project to their doorstep. It'll be terribly ironic if they're replaced by businesses who will fill their real estate and they go out of business while we're building the Purple Line. We don't want future businesses to benefit from the Purple Line. We want our current businesses to benefit from the Purple Line, and to make sure that happens, the state has to keep them whole right now in 2021. So I'm really grateful to all my delegate colleagues for fighting for this. We need the governor. We need to override that bill, and I'm very proud to be working with Councilmember Glass to introduce the special appropriation tomorrow. Thank you so much for all your leadership, and I am introducing Delegate Wilkins, who's been a tiger fighting for this. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. I am grateful to be here again. My name is Janelle Wilkins. I'm a state delegate representing this district, District 20. And I want to talk about the journey. I want to talk about the long journey and long road that it has been to get to this point. From the time that I have been in the House, we have been fighting for funds and support and financial assistance for our impacted businesses along the Purple Line route. That has been at least 5 years. That's just the time that I got here. We just took it back to 1998. But we introduced legislation several years ago, and the response that we got is that this has never been done in Maryland, compensating businesses for this type of impact to their businesses based on the construction that's taking place. And it was largely dismissed, but we kept fighting. Businesses have been at the forefront of sharing their stories, sharing their challenges. They've put it all on the line. Immigrant-owned, Black-owned, women-owned businesses who are in our communities, who have been serving residents for years, who are at risk of being pushed out. They came to Annapolis, took the time out of their schedule and their days and their businesses to come and share their stories and their impact. And I really want to make sure that every single person that's standing up here, Senator Smith couldn't be here, but from the city of Tacoma Park, Mayor Kate Stewart, my colleague Lori Charkoudian and David Moon, and the county council and county executive who have really been with us on making this call. We did not take no for an answer because the businesses deserve, demand, and needed this support. And so finally, we were able to secure funding last year, $1 million last year in the budget, but those funds were not spent by the governor. So we stood here before you last year this time, urging the governor to spend those funds for our Purple Line businesses. This year, I'm so proud to stand here because it has been a years-long journey. We are finally at a moment from the time when we were told it couldn't be done, it's never been done, to this moment where we are so proud to announce that these funds will be getting to businesses. However, there's still $2 million that's up in the air that these businesses need and deserve, that Governor Hogan vetoed in legislation this year. I'm here not only in a celebratory moment to stand with our businesses, to stand with my colleagues as we continue this fight and this work to ensure that our businesses survive and thrive during and after construction, but also to call on the governor for him to be a partner with us so that Maryland can be open for business, so that our District 20 businesses can be open throughout and after the construction. So looking forward to working with everyone to ensure that the $2 million that's up in the air can be overridden next week when we're in special session, and for us to move forward with working with the governor, continuing to work with the leadership of Councilman Evan Glass, Council President Tom Hucker, and also the county executive to ensure that our businesses thrive. And lastly, I want to thank Stacy Brown, who's here, give us a wave, and other businesses, because we are going to bat for you. We are working hard for you, and we want to continue working to ensure our businesses thrive. Thank you so much, everyone. And I'm proud to introduce my colleague, Delegate Lori Charkoudian.
Thank you, Delegate Wilkins, for your extraordinary leadership on this, and for the whole team, for the mayor, for the council, and the county executive. And thank you to all the small businesses who work tirelessly every day to make our community so unique and so special, and a place that we all want to be. And that on top of that, you have to come and fight for your very survival in Annapolis is a shame, because really we should have, as part of our regular, the way we do business, the way that we build infrastructure, should be keeping the small businesses, the immigrant-owned businesses, the unique businesses in place and surviving and thriving through all of the infrastructure builds that we do. And so thank you, despite the fact that you shouldn't have to come to Annapolis, you shouldn't have to fight for your survival in this way. Thank you for doing that, because that keeps our community special. It was Small Business Saturday. Every day should be small business every day, as Councilmember Glass said. I was over on Bonifant Street on Small Business Saturday, and I saw someone park illegally and then climb over a concrete barrier to get to Kefa Cafe. Now, I have to say that Kefa Cafe, I would climb a high wall to get to Kefa Cafe. That's how good the coffee is. But that's really what we're talking about in terms of the struggle for businesses to survive through this construction period. And it is hard enough to survive right now in this environment, and to have people climbing Jersey barriers to get to your front door, that's a struggle. And so we need to be clear about what that reality is, and if we really value our businesses, we need to do the work that it takes to make sure they're here when the Purple Line comes through. So I'm thrilled that this initial chunk of money is coming. I'm thrilled that it's going to be flowing to the businesses shortly. Thank you to everyone for your work on that. And next week, I will be honored to press my green button to override the governor's veto of the $2 million. And it's really important that we hold the governor accountable, that if he really wants to be friendly to businesses, if he wants to be business friendly, if he wants us to be open, Maryland is open for business, it means also open for small business, for immigrant-owned businesses, for black and brown-owned businesses. Because when the governor says he's pro-business, and then he vetoes bills that allow these unique businesses to stay in business through the Purple Line, we need to challenge that. And so next week, the General Assembly will do that when we override the veto, and we need to keep holding him to his commitment to businesses and make sure that's all businesses, and especially small businesses. So thank you all very much, and I'm happy to introduce Delegate David Moon.
Thanks, everyone, for joining us on this cold day. I don't have too much to add to what my colleagues have already said here, other than to emphasize that for the businesses along the Purple Line route, it's really been a triple impact. They've got the pandemic impact on small businesses. They've got the construction impacts from the Purple Line going on, and frankly, the stalled construction as the finding a new contractor started shaking out. And then the third impact, frankly, the last one was Governor Hogan's veto, which has blockaded the last $2 million in an ill-timed relief for the small businesses right now during the pandemic. So along with Delegates Charkoudian and Wilkins, I'm ready to get back to work in special session and to override the governor's veto to allow that last $2 million to flow to these businesses that have been impacted through no fault of their own. So thank you for being here.
Hi, I'm Kate Stewart, the mayor of the city of Tacoma Park, and I'm glad to be here today. And I want to say thank you so much to Delegate Wilkins for all she's done. And as everyone said today, this has been a multi-year journey. We were told time and time again that it was unprecedented to help businesses and assist them when a transportation project was being done. Unprecedented. Well, we are living in unprecedented times. We need these funds, and it is amazing the work that our delegation has done on behalf of our small businesses to get these funds to them. Because we see when we can get money directly to businesses that is easily accessible, they can thrive. They can stay open, they pay their utility bills, they pay their workers, and all of this contributes to our community. We need to stop treating small businesses as if they're some other entity. They are the people who live in our communities. They are part of our families. And we need to make sure that they get the assistance they need as we are making improvements to our communities. So thank you to everyone who came out today. And I just want to say it is really a privilege and an honor to work with our D20 team and our county council. Thank you.
Hello. My name is Javier Rivas. I'm with the Latino Economic Development Center, Senior Small Business Development Manager at LEDC. We're a 30-year-old organization whose mission is to drive the economic and social advancement of low-to-income Latinos and other communities in the DC, Maryland, Virginia, and even Puerto Rico areas. Since 2018, we have had dedicated staff serving Purple Line businesses through specialized technical assistance and accessible financing as well. Just this year, our staff provided 400 hours of outreach in person during the pandemic to businesses along the corridor, as well as 530 hours of technical assistance to about 170 businesses. So we are honored to be here. Thank you, everybody here, for your leadership and putting this work together. So LEDC has partnered with the county to administer the grant, which we're calling the Purple Line Grant Program. The grant program is administered by LEDC's Direct Community Investments Department. In coordination with the county executive's business advancement team, they have drafted the application, created a custom application portal where applicants can communicate directly with our staff via chat, and also created simple eligibility criteria. Just to go through that really quickly, as long as businesses were open before the construction period started, which is 2017, they're eligible to apply. We are not asking for any documents to be uploaded to the portal. All we're checking is that they're in good standing with the State Department of Assessment and Taxation. So it's a very simple application, and we're trying to make it as easy as possible. The application window will actually open this Wednesday, December 1st, and it'll be open for a week till December 10th. And if you have any further questions, you can direct them to Purple Line Grant at ledcmetro.org for additional questions. The application will be online only, but we do have staff available to provide technical assistance for those who are not able to access a computer. So this program is a good start. These funds are available through this program. We'll reach about 40 businesses. Of course, the ecosystem of the Purple Line is much larger, and LEDC welcomes the opportunity to collaborate with the county and the state to reach the close to other 500 businesses, mom and pop shops and micro enterprises along the corridor. And I'm so happy to hear that we're, talk about overriding the veto of HB 114, which established the $2 million grant program. Also, as a member of the Purple Line Corridor Coalition, LEDC supports policies establishing better protections for commercial tenants, legal aid programs to help commercial tenants understand commercial lease agreements and their rights and responsibilities. We also urge for continued support of small business support organizations and models such as the Main Street model, which ensures representation and inclusion of small businesses in their leadership board. So thank you so much, everybody up here. We're happy to continue collaborating with the state and the county to continue keeping these businesses thriving and to see the other end of construction. Thank you so much.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. My name's Chris Gillis. I'm here with Montgomery Housing Partnership, or MHP. MHP has a long history of supporting the small businesses in the Purple Line Corridor. We primarily support the small businesses in the Long Branch and Bonifant Street business districts. As Delegate Moon noted, businesses in the Purple Line corridor, they suffered more than most between pandemic-related closures and now Purple Line construction-related activity. And while the pandemic is beginning to recede, Purple Line construction activity is actually ramping up. So I do just want to just join the chorus of people thanking our county and state delegates for their efforts in fighting for these funds, making them available. These funds are becoming available at a very important time for these businesses. But as important as they are, it's equally important that local residents continue supporting their small businesses. So for anyone watching at home, I want to encourage you, go to discoverlongbranch.com, go to discoverbonifant.com, go to tacomalangley.org, or go to brookfieldbusiness.com and learn more about these businesses in the Purple Line corridor. Make it a point to find one of these businesses that you've never been to before, support them this month, and continue supporting them until the Purple Line is open. So it's going to take all of us to continue supporting these businesses to make sure that they're here on the other end of this. Thank you.
Hi, everyone. My name is Lenise Guy. I've been an owner in downtown Silver Spring since 1996. The reason that I'm here, I just wanted to thank the delegates first, the county executive, and the councils. I'm here, this is a very, very hard time with the Purple Line. Like someone else said, that not only the customer, I have to jump over that thing to get to my own business. So what I'm asking everyone to support the delegates when they override the veto. We have about 400 small businesses that we created downtown Silver Spring. And there is another one, the delegates works really, really hard. There is a lot of work ahead of them. So I'm challenging the council to really support the MC 822 legislation. If we do that one, all of them works together. So whether we get the money from the state, if all of them does not work, it does not really mean anything. So I encourage all of the council to support the legislation that is coming out and probably testified on December 15. And thank you so much.
So, does anybody have any questions? Do you have to exist before 2017?
Eligible. Yeah, 2017 to be eligible.
Do you want-
Javier should answer.
Yeah.
And make sure he knows not a bonus.
What's that?
He mentioned
Yeah. Yeah, just to clarify, it is a grant program that will reach about 40 businesses. So just to make the eligibility, it is going to be a lottery-based system. So just to make it as easy as possible, and just to make eligibility criteria as easy to understand, I think the construction specifically started in 2017, like the major construction period started then. So that's when we understand that there's businesses that are open now that are being affected by construction as it is now, but we're hoping that future funds, like especially with this like override veto of the $2 million grant program, will reach the businesses that are open now. So that's, but yes, the eligibility criteria for the grant as it is now, it's a $5,000 grant. You have to be open. You have to have been open before the construction started, which is 2017. Also in operation now, and in good standing with the state. So yeah.
Anybody else? Careful.
You know, like I said, this is it's gonna reach 40 businesses, so it's gonna be completely random. You know, so it's not first come first serve. We'll receive the applications. We'll LEDC will convene with the county executive's business advancement team and review applications to make sure all eligibility criteria are met. If we see that there are businesses that could apply for it that might fall outside of that eligibility criteria, we will review those applications, but again, it'll be completely random. So, and we're hoping that there's going to be more support for businesses in the future. So this is just the beginning, for sure. I mean, if we receive the application, LEC receives the application, it will remain in a database, and they'll qualify for further funds. Whether it will be through funds that will be added to this program or through another program that LEDC will partner with the county to administer that grant. So. Still another question for me, sure. So the application opens December 1st, so in a couple days. So through our website, ledcmetro.org. Purple Line Grant, you can look through that. Yeah, it's a very simple online application. Yeah.
I just would like to, again, Delegate Janelle Wilkins from District 20, I just wanted to add that this is just the start. The positive about this being sort of some seed funds that total $500,000 split between Prince George's and Montgomery County is that it's an opportunity for us to see how a program can work at this scale. And what we hope to do is that with the additional $2 million that we'll hopefully have coming down after we override the veto, be able to loosen restrictions and ensure that more businesses are able to participate and able to be supported. Our goal is for every single business to be able to be supported through these state funds and be able to thrive. So I just really want to underscore that our goal at the state is to keep working at this so that everyone is able to participate and be eligible.
And I'm also going to give a little plug for LEDC and our technical assistance services as well. So it's not, there is money available now, but there's also services that have been available since 2019 through LEDC, and that is through technical assistance. The majority of our activity through COVID was helping people identify those funding resources out there. Apply for many of the COVID grants that were out there. Get new signage, get online. Find customers online. So I think the support comes in many ways, and not just financially.
Okay. What are the chances of overriding? Really good. Yeah. Okay, thank you all for coming out today.